Alright, let's solve the Leetcode problem. So the Leetcode problem is weighted word mapping. We are given an array of strings, words, where each string represents a word containing the lowercase English letter. We are also given an integer array, weight of lunch 26. So where weight of each index represents the weight of index in lowercase English letter. So the weight of the word is defined as the sum of the weight of its character. For each word, take a weight modulo 26 and map the result to the lowercase English letter using the reverse alphabetical order. So which represent 0 is Z, 1 is Y, 8 is 2, and 25 is A. We have to return a string found by the concatenation of the map character of all words in order. So if we check their HTML 1, so we have words like A, B, C, D in here. So if we map the A is the index of 0, B is index 2, and C is index 2. Sorry, I should start with the index 0, 0, 1, and 2. So by combination of these A, B, C, D is 5, 3, 12, and 14, which is a total number of 34, which is out of the scope for A to Z, which should be the 26. So we do the modulo of 26, and 34 negative 26 is A. So 8 is mapped to the R. What I mean by R is it is mapping reversely. If we search the R in here, which is A, so technically I generate this reverse from the large language model instead of like writing down by human like a barbarian. And yeah, and then by approaching this again and again, we got the value like R, I, and J and convert into the one string and return it. That is going to be the result in HTML1. What about the HTML2? So we got like A, B, C. So each one represent one modulo of 26 is 1. So 1 is mapped to Y in here. And yeah, so we got Y for A, B, C. So the same for the A, B, C, D in HTML3. So the ABCD is 7534. So we can expect like ABCD is always the same values for the weight because the weight value is arbitrary number given by the question. So if we combine like 7, 5, 3, and 4, which is a 19, the modulo is a 19. So 19 is mapped to G in here. So we just return the G. Right, I think this is technically the string manipulation problem, and it is also the easy problem. So if I have to solve that, what I want to do is just loop through the words and words, and I'm gonna iteration through like the each character in the words. So I was trying to focus, let's say that we are words of like A, B, C, D. Now I am focusing the A only at the moment. So what I want to do is I want to convert this into the ASCII value so that we could be able to calculate the data more easy. So what I should do in here is, how about we find the ASCII value of our current A. How about we just print that values to see what is the accurate number here, and then I'm gonna create the variable called result, which is going to be empty array, empty string at the moment, and just return the result. So what I'm going to do is I just want to print out the what could be the ASCII value of A in here. So we got like 97, so which is also technically true, but we cannot map 97 as a our index because our index is given in the 0 index array. So what I am going to do is I'm gonna detect the character of A ASCII. Oops, A dot value, and I'm going to convert that into integer, and let's call index. So what I'm going to do is every time I got the A, which is the 97, I'm going to detect the 97 from here, which make me to get the index to get the values of weight. And by doing that, what I'm going to do is I need a one variable called, let's call this total in here, because we need to combine all these number in each watts. So originally is 0, so that will be the plus equal to the weight of index. So for the confirmation, let's try to print the total in here. So what I want to do is just want to check I got the values like 34, 70 and 60. Perfect, that's what we want. So after receiving these value, what I can do is I can find the modulo by doing the modulo of 26, and we have to find the weight value. Maybe let's call like z value. What I want to do is even though we receive the values in here, the values in here doesn't represent the character. Let's call like we receive like character A, which is going to be have to be 25. So what I have to do is we have to detect the negative, let's just call the math value, which is going to remove the character of z dot value, but that has to be the integer because our total value is integer, and deduct from total. And what I can do is check in the Scala, which is given API from the Swift, and we can easily use in like if flat, because I don't want to use a false wrapping in here because it could cause the crash the program if we enter the wrong values in here. Let's call like Unicode Scala of map value, and that character will be of Scala, and I'm going to append that into the our reset. So let's check is that solve the problem or not. It's mentioned that it has to be the, okay, I missed the braces in here, and there should be the only one. Okay, so many typo today. Alright, I think the time complexity will be the O of n into m, and space complexity will be the O of n, because we are looping through all the given arrays in here. Let's check together the data analytics. So I beat like 44% of the time complexity in the Swift, and yeah, as I expected. So the time complexity is O of n into m, and the space complexity is O of n. Right, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.